a country that sits on the intersection of Europe and Asia, known for its ancient cities, food, and friendly people. Welcome to Georgia. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'll be talking about Georgia, and I'll be telling you about all the necessary information that you'll be requiring before traveling to Georgia. Based on my previous experiences to traveling to Georgia, yes, I personally have traveled to Georgia. I think about 4 years, about 4 years back, I have traveled to Georgia. So I'll be giving you tips on what to do, where to go, and everything about that. So I traveled from UAE all the way to Georgia to explore the country for 5 days. I would recommend a Georgia tour for not more than 8 days, and I'll tell you how to cover every tourist attraction within this span of time. So we went with a tour company to Georgia. We booked our hotel, Iberia Inn, from the tour company. They provided us with that. And then once me and my family landed in Georgia, we were literally freezing because the climate in Georgia is so cold, like it's as if you entered into a freezer. So once we landed, so we took the bus and got to the hotel and took a rest for that day. And then later in the evening, we actually went out for a stroll on the street near the hotel. Like just to get an idea of Georgia on our very first day. We actually went to the streets, and there was not much to explore because we did not go further out into the city. We were just on the street, and there were quite a lot of things to observe. Like there were street performances and bazaars and a lot of groceries and other markets. So exploring the street that evening gave a fascinating night vibe, because when you get to see all those things, it was with such ebullience, it is just mesmerizing. So that was the end of the first day, and for the next day we took the hotel bus and went to tour the Tbilisi city. We went further into the city. As I said in the previous one, we just strolled on the street. Here we went deeper into the city. So once we got to the city, oh boy, it was so beautiful and calming with I think it's called the Bridge of Peace. Bridge of Peace, located in the center of the city, and you can see all the nationalities just roaming here and there. What I mean is people, going here and there. It was also busy and so dramatic. You get that feeling when you see a lot of things going on, that what do you call that word, the excitement and the energy, and it was all so exciting. So the bridge was actually going over a river called the Kura River, and we took a few snaps on the bridge. It was a really beautiful bridge. The design of the bridge was so complex and then intricate. And then we went to see the Mother of Georgia. It's actually a big statue located on the midst of the city. And then by the time we explored the city and all, we were really exhausted and we were really tired, and it was already lunchtime. So after exploring a beautiful Tbilisi city, we went with a group of people. We went with a group of people because we were offered a tour company. We went with a tour company, so we went with a group of people. So we got into the tour bus. Sorry, not the tour bus, the hotel bus. We got into the hotel bus as it was nearly lunchtime, and then we were offered 3 types of cuisine. That was Indian, Georgian, and Turkish cuisine, respectively. So after eating, we went on a funicular ride. A funicular ride is basically like a cable ride which is over a steep slope. Okay, like the ride is so enthralling. Okay, you just cannot describe it in words. It's just like a cable car, like just going on a steep slope, like on a 45-degree angle. Once you get to the top of the slope, it's a wonderland. Like you can just see a park, kids playing around. You can even go for a walk. Everything was there. We even went in a what do you call that? The Ferris wheel. Yeah, we even went in a Ferris wheel ride. And you know, once you get to the top, once you get to the peak of the ride, you know, when it's the cable ride. Once it gets to the peak of the Ferris wheel, you can literally see the entire Georgia in one shot. So it was just mesmerizing. And after that, we got down of the Ferris wheel. We got down from the Ferris wheel, and then we went into the Vakatilly train station, and we got back to the hotel. End of day 2. And more on the eating part, the way I say it sounds like we're eating on the bus. No, we didn't eat on the bus. We were provided 3 restaurants, as I said, and we ate on the Indian restaurant. Okay, so for day 3, so this is where the real journey happens, because in day 1 and day 2 is just, you know, you're like just going, like you land on Tbilisi, you're just you're exploring the Tbilisi city, you're exploring the seats, getting to know more about Georgia, finding out more information from Google Maps. So you're not much of like doing anything. It's just like a rest day and just, you know, like exploring the city and stuff, because that's what we did. But from day 3, that's it. That's the day from where the real journey happens, because from day 3 till the rest of the days, it's your own decision to where you're going, what you want to do, and all the stuff. So day 3 was my personal favorite day, because okay, so before I got onto that, so first we booked a private tour guide, and then we planned our day 3 trip towards Gadori. Okay, I'll tell you about Gadori later on. So along the way, we came to a place called Mishketa. So on Mishketa, there was a lot of cathedrals, like ancient cathedrals, which dated several centuries back, and it was like a really peaceful place. And it was like it was a really peaceful place, and you know, I saw like lots of huts and villages on that town. And also one more beautiful thing is where I saw 2 rivers that join, you know, the intersection of 2 rivers at one point is the land of Mishketa. So after we finished Mishketa, we went towards Gadori, and I think it was about 5 p.m. when we got to Gadori. So I was hallucinating, because that was the first time in my life I saw real snow in front of my eyes. I just couldn't imagine, I just couldn't believe it. So I played with snow to the fullest until I could no more, and it was all just fabulous. I just don't have any words to describe the atmosphere, the aura, and it was just too fascinating. I was breathing cold mist from my mouth, people skiing, people skating, and everyone was, you know, like having so much fun. And moreover, there was a cable ride. Okay, so mind you, at the start of the passage, I said you that this was my favorite day, right? But simultaneously, this was also my least favorite or my worst day ever, because when we got to the cable ride, it was 6 p.m. the time at which the cable ride closes. Okay, so no more cable ride after that, the time at which it closes. So make sure you get to the cable ride early, and it closes at 6 p.m. I don't know how it's at now, because this time was 4 years ago, so now it might have changed. But at the end, the moral of the story is, the place where you're going, go as early as possible. You don't want to take any risks. We still regret it to this day that we couldn't get to go on that cable ride, because it's just not an ordinary cable ride. It's like going over the snowscape. You get to see the snow. The place is like entirely covered with snow. you know and it was just too mesmerizing, to go over the cable ride, to like take snaps and like in aerial platform. So but we missed it because we just couldn't catch the cable ride. So yeah, so that's a good advice that I'm giving to you. And that was the end of day 3. Okay, so on day 4 was the longest day because we covered many places in one go. So first we took the breakfast at the hotel, and we took off to a place called Sinadali and Snegnagi. It was a snowy place, and Sinadali was famous for winemaking. And unfortunately we couldn't explore Snegnagi due to the weather got adverse, and it grew more darker and gloomier, and also with the start of the rain, and added on with the cold, it just made exploring too much brave. So that was the end of day 4. Day 5 was the wrap up. So we only stayed for 5 days in Georgia, as I said before. It was the wrap up. After we took breakfast at the hotel, we directly took off to the airport, and we were about to say goodbye to Georgia. And moreover, Georgia is not limited to the places that I just mentioned. There are more places like Kazbegi, Bakuriani, Borjomi, what else? Kazbegi, Bakuriani, Borjomi, Batumi, and there are more places that I have not mentioned in this because we have not traveled to those places because of a short stay at Georgia. And moreover, I didn't even mention about the hotel. The Ivory Inn was a splendid hotel. It was a 4-star splendid hotel. We loved each and every bit of it. We loved the service, the room, the amenities, and we even loved the hotel breakfast. Okay, so hopefully now you got an idea of how to visit Georgia from my travel experiences, but now I'll be giving you a detailed tour plan on how to visit Georgia and cover every corner of it in the most efficient manner. Okay, so firstly, you can follow our tour schedule, like first day going on a street walk, or you can even book a taxi to go further into the city to get a more relaxed feel, or also get a night vibe. On the second day, you can go to a city tour from the tour, the hotel bus. You can go to the city tour, inclusive of the funicular ride, Mother of Georgia, and also the Bridge of Peace, which is also stunning. Third day, you can go to Gadori. Fourth day, you can go to Sinadali and Snegnagi. Fifth day, wrap up. Otherwise, you can follow another plan. First and second day as usual, as I said. From the third day, you can either go to Mishketa and Gadori, or you can go to Sinadali and Snegnagi. Then on the fourth day, you can go to Batumi, and if you have more days left, you can also go to Stepan Sminda and Kutaisi and Borjomi and Bakuriani and other places like that. Moreover, the best season to travel Georgia is between the months of between March and May. Yeah. So that's all about Georgia. It's a peaceful land lying in the midst of Europe and Asia. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.